That's fantastic. I mean, obviously just saw it with my eyes. It would have been really awesome to see that action replay, so I can't go wait till drive in so that I can watch everything that happened. That was amazing. You remember how this morning we were talking about what's your best leopard sighting? I think this is possibly hands down my best leopard sighting now that I've had in the Sabi Sands. This interaction and a cherry on top to have the hyenas come in too. You look you look like you're feeling very sorry for yourself, Hosana. But it's just amazing that he picked up the scent because he walked with determination in this direction. And I think he picked that scent up on the other side of that drainage line. What do you think, Senzo? Because we had him, and then we had to zip back around on the road. And he was just walking, kept smelling the air. I obviously pointed that out. I think he was picking up the scent, perhaps of the stomach contents of that impala. You couldn't smell the impala at all. I could only smell it once, it'd been dragged around. Koki Franklin going ballistic, singing its last song for the evening. And these two hyenas are going to devour this fairly quickly. There won't be much left. Maybe in 10 minutes or so. I reckon that it will be gone. So you're all confirming that Hosana definitely got a pinch on the bottom. I think that was a great tactic from the hyena. The hyena obviously knew that it wasn't going to have much of a chance in terms of grabbing the impala and playing a game of tug of war. But why not rather snap at the leopard in order to get it to drop its kill? And that's exactly what happened. Hosana couldn't handle the heat. He didn't like that pinch on the bottom very much, and swiftly dropped the kill. That is so cool. I'm just going to update the sighting, everybody. Stations, I'm on lock with Thandi and Hosana and two hyenas. That's still the kill from Hosana. We're still just here in between Gari Katla and Mvubu Road in that very thick block. You see, Hosana's creeping forward now. They know you there. Ah, it was Ribbon who bit Hosana's bottom. Well done, Ribbon. Ribbon and I used to meet often, her and Gwen in camp all the time. The ones that would keep me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd have to chase around. I'm also still just keeping an eye out on Thandi. It's very difficult to see her. She's far away and the light is quite poor, so we won't worry about it. But I'm also trying to just see if maybe Tlalamba comes back. She keeps looking north, so I suspect that that's the direction that young Tlalamba, Thandi's cub, would have run in. I reckon, Hosana, if you go bolting in there, you could maybe take it back from those hyenas because they're not watching him. I mean, they're literally, I think that might be what he's going to try and do. And Thandi's also coming back now. But we'll watch Hosana because she's still quite far back. Senzo, maybe they're going to do what you suggested. There goes Hosana. Let's see here. No. Oh, now they're going to fight. Let's see. They're still very unhappy with one another. Thandi and Hosana. There's growling and hissing going on now. And Tima, I think that carcass is a bit too big for you to drag around, my little girl. But she's like, I'm not going to give it up to the hyenas. Never. It's mine. Although they've already got very full bellies. Hosana's, he's standing his ground here. That's very impressive. The hyena's taking full opportunity and now trying to devour it even quicker than before. We can hear them crunching down into the bones now. Just sort of whining to one another. The wind is just starting to pick up again. Now, with all the sounds that have gone on here and the smell of the carcass, which is quite ripe, there could be more action that develops at a later stage. I wonder if any more hyenas are going to come running on in. Also, I wonder where Tima and Ribbon were resting. They must have been fairly close by. You can see she's still quite young. I've actually forgotten how old Tima is. She must be, what, a year and maybe almost a year and a half now, maybe not quite a year and a half, a year and 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or something months. Maybe if Crystal's watching, I know she is watching because she confirmed that it was Ntima. Maybe she can remind me as to how old Ntima actually is. I'm so sorry that I've forgotten her age. Hosana's hissing at Thandi again, and Thandi's spitting back. They're very unimpressed with one another. Senzo, you're not. Let me go in front of this tree. I'll just go forward a little bit. This is that tree that Hosana ran up. There's blood. There's a lot of bark missing from this apple leaf. I'm basically moving so that if something does happen here, Senzo's at least got a clear view. There we go. That's a bit better. Again, we'll just keep all the lights off of everybody. And probably in a couple of minutes or so we'll go into infrared. But for quite now it's actually very nice light. I quite like the colours. I can't believe what we watched this afternoon. My heart is still racing. And nobody else wants to come here, which is bizarre. They must be having a great sundowner somewhere. Every now and then Thandi sounds like a honey badger with the way she's sort of growling. It's like almost like a rattling sound. But she's just off there behind the log. Oh, okay. Chris Rogue, thank you very much. You said February 2017, so just over a year and 8 months, almost 8 months. So a year and 7 months, let's call it. Okay. Well, she's still got a bit of growing to do. She's nowhere near the size of Ribbon. Nope. Not very clean eaters, are they? Very messy, the hyenas. I'm going to drag it around a bit. No, I don't want you to have any of this part of the carcass. And Tima, if it wasn't for Ribbon, you wouldn't have even had dinner tonight. This is fantastic. This has really been a phenomenal afternoon. A slow start. David coming in and saving the day with the cheetah and the lion. There he is. Look, Hosana's creeping right up now. He's brave, but he's not that brave. Well done, Ribbon. Well done, girl. And Tima's going, I'm just going to carry this somewhere else. I'll just eat it here. Greedy guts. Look at Hosana, he's really unimpressed, and Thandi's now coming right up to us. Can you please not fight in the car? That's all I'm asking. I'm going to sit quietly because I want you to try and listen. Crunching on the bones. They're almost done. I mean, Kirsty, you're welcome to try another one if you like. Hosana's creeping forward again. If you like. He's just... Good evening and welcome back to the afternoon safari, where we have had the most unbelievable day. So we've got 2 hyenas finishing off an impala carcass, Hosana the leopard laying in front of my car, and Thandi's just out of sight. My name is Taylor McCurdy, and on camera with me bringing you again the amazing wildlife footage is Senzo. And well, it's starting to get quite dark now. Just to give you a recap in case you didn't see the live broadcast we did earlier, basically Hosana stole the leopard from Thandi, which is that leopard over there, and then tried to run up a tree with it, but unfortunately he was not quick enough, and one of the hyenas actually gave him a bite on the bottom, which encouraged him to drop the kill, and they're now feasting on it. So the interactions that we're watching at the moment are very, very special. Firstly, to have two leopards in one sighting, and it's not a mother and a cub, it's actually a female, who's the older sister of this male leopard that's in front of us. So to see the interactions between hyena and leopard is pretty spectacular. Now, Hosana is trying to creep closer and closer and trying to navigate around. I think he wants to try and steal the kill back. He's tried on 2 separate occasions but hasn't been successful. Was that the last straw? Is he going to wander off? Thandi's following very closely in his footsteps. She's coming right past the vehicle now. Just watching. It's always good just to make sure you know where all the animals are. Or they're just creeping past. She's got a cub in the area too. Look how close they are to the vehicles now. Don't worry, Senzo and I are safe. These animals are habituated to the cars, and we've given them plenty of space this afternoon. If they didn't want to walk here, there are many spots that they can go. But their aggression is focused on one another, because leopards are typically solitary cats. Hosana being chased again. And Tima, who's the younger hyena there, carrying the carcass around. She's not having any of it. While Ribbon tries to chase the leopards away, and Tima makes sure she holds onto that carcass so that the leopards don't get a chance to grab it. Because as soon as they do grab it, and if they take it up a tree, the hyenas won't be able to get it, as they cannot climb trees. This is phenomenal to watch. Again, that's the front of my vehicle that you can see there. Thanks for your question, Jeremiah. I'm also wondering where the cub is, but I think that the way that Thandi was looking off to the north, Tlalamba has probably run in that direction to keep away. Again, Ribbon just going in and chasing off Hosana. Now, if you wonder how we know who all these animals are, it's because we're so fortunate to watch them almost every single day. And I was saying just a little bit earlier how we've watched Hosana grow up from just a couple of hours old, and the same thing goes for Ntima, the young hyena. So it is really, really amazing that we're now seeing interactions with all these animals that we love so much. Now they're moving away. Thandi is really not interested in what's going on with the hyenas. She is following Hosana around in his every move. Okay, we're going to switch into infrared now. And so it's a special lighting that we have that the animals can't pick up. It also allows us not to use spotlight, which is fantastic. So we can carry on viewing them as if it was pitch black. And I'm struggling to see at the moment. So this light will help you all see the animals, and we can follow them a little bit better. Oh, there you go. Thandi, the hyenas are running in. So there's, I can't even tell who's who. I think Thandi is closest to us, so that might be Hosana. Very difficult to see. Like I said, it's pitch black now. They're growling at one another. They're having a standoff. Like I said, Thandi's very unimpressed. Very unimpressed with Hosana. Okay, so it is quite windy, so you might not be able to hear all the subtle growls. But I would recommend turning your volume up for this one, because it's a sound that is so amazing to hear, and it's not a sound that's heard very often. But it's starting to get difficult to follow them now as they move further and further into that long grass. There we go. That looks like Hosana just cleaning himself up. So when he carried that carcass up into the tree, he covered himself with blood. So now he's literally just going to clean himself up, but also keep an eye out on those hyenas just in case there's an opportunity that he can steal back the kill. Hello again. How cool is this? This is amazing. I'm just trying to think what we can do because it's becoming quite difficult now to sort of see them all. Very exciting. I don't think Tlalamba is going to come out, and I think it's very wise that she just stays hidden until everything over here is heated. I'm pretty sure this entire situation will dissolve once the hyenas have actually finished the kill. I think Hosana will then move on and go his separate way. Thandi might follow him, but that could just be putting herself between Hosana and Tlalamba, which would make sense. She's a protective mother. I wouldn't trust Hosana. He's a male leopard. Hosana didn't sire that cub, and you know what the books all say is that essentially Hosana is a threat. Wonderful. Okay, I think it is starting to die out here, but we'll try and sit and continue watching the hyenas finish off their impala and see what else happens around here. But off you go to David, who has now found himself